The great epics. The Puranas. The Mahabharata and the Ramayana, Itihasas. The Mahabharata and the Ramayana are two of the most significant epics in Indian literature and culture, collectively known as Itihasas, which means that which has happened. These texts not only narrate heroic tales but also encompass moral, philosophical, and spiritual teachings that continue to influence millions across generations. The Mahabharata. The Mahabharata, attributed to the sage Vyasa, is the longest epic poem in the world, consisting of over 1 lakh shlokas, verses. It chronicles the epic struggle between two families, the Pandavas and the Kauravas, over the throne of Hastinapura. At its core lies the famous Kurukshetra war, a great battle that serves as the backdrop for profound discussions on duty, dharma, righteousness, and the nature of life and death. One of the most significant sections of the Mahabharata is the Bhagavad Gita, a philosophical dialogue between Prince Arjuna and Lord Krishna, who serves as his charioteer. Faced with the moral dilemma of fighting against his own relatives and mentors, Arjuna seeks guidance from Krishna. The Gita addresses fundamental questions of duty, righteousness, and the paths to liberation, moksha, including karma yoga, the path of selfless action, bhakti yoga, the path of devotion, and jnana yoga, the path of knowledge. The teachings of the Gita have transcended time, offering wisdom applicable to various aspects of human existence. The Mahabharata also delves into themes of justice, revenge, loyalty, and the complexities of human relationships. It presents a tapestry of characters, each embodying various virtues and flaws, allowing readers to reflect on the human condition. Figures such as Yudhishthira, the epitome of truth, and Duryodhan, the embodiment of ambition and pride, highlight the moral ambiguities that characterize human life. The Ramayana. The Ramayana, attributed to the sage Valmiki, is another monumental epic that narrates the life of Lord Rama, an incarnation of the god Vishnu. The story follows Rama's exile, his quest to rescue his wife Sita from the demon king Ravana, and the eventual return to his kingdom, Ayodhya. The Ramayana embodies ideals of duty, honor, and the importance of familial bonds. Rama is often portrayed as the ideal man, Maryada Purushottama, and king, embodying virtue, bravery, and righteousness. His unwavering commitment to dharma is a central theme throughout the narrative. Sita, as his devoted wife, represents fidelity and strength in adversity. The Ramayana also features characters like Hanuman, the devoted monkey god, whose loyalty and courage are celebrated, and Lakshmana, Rama's devoted brother, who stands by him through trials. The Ramayana, while primarily a tale of heroism and devotion, also conveys deep philosophical insights about good versus evil, the nature of duty, and the power of love and sacrifice. The lessons embedded in its verses emphasize that righteousness ultimately triumphs over wrongdoing, a theme that resonates with audiences even today. Both the Mahabharata and the Ramayana serve not only as literary masterpieces but also as moral compasses for society. They address complex issues such as justice, duty, and ethical dilemmas, providing timeless lessons applicable to everyday life. The narratives have influenced various forms of art, dance, theatre, and religious practices in India and beyond. Furthermore, the Itihasas reflect the cultural, spiritual, and philosophical ethos of ancient India, promoting values such as loyalty, integrity, and devotion. They encourage readers to engage with their teachings, fostering introspection and a deeper understanding of human nature. 18 Puranas. The Puranas are ancient Hindu texts that serve as important cultural, religious, and historical narratives, supplementing the Vedas and Upanishads. Among these, the 18 major Puranas, Mahapuras, hold significant status and encompass a wide range of topics, including cosmology, mythology, theology, and moral teachings. Composed in Sanskrit, these texts are essential for understanding Hindu beliefs and practices. Overview of the 18 Puranas. The 18 Puranas are traditionally categorized into 3 groups based on the 3 gunas, qualities sattva, goodness, rajas, passion, and tamas, ignorance. Each Purana has its unique characteristics and themes, often focusing on specific deities or concepts. Vishnu Purana focuses on Lord Vishnu. The purpose of this Purana is avatars, including Rama and Krishna, and exploring concepts of dharma and cosmology. Narad Purana, this is about sage Narad and deals with importance of devotion. It includes various stories about divine figures and moral lessons. Bhagavata Purana focuses on Lord Krishna. It emphasizes devotion and the significance of the divine play, Leela, in understanding spiritual truths. Garuda Purana, the focus of Garuda Purana is Lord Vishnu. It includes discussions on cosmology, life after death, and rituals associated with funerary rites. It presents a blend of mythology and practical knowledge. Padma Purana, this Purana is about various deities. It deals with significant pilgrimages, highlighting the importance of sacred geography in Hinduism. Varaha Purana, Varaha Purnan's main focus is Lord Vishnu. It has teachings on devotion, righteousness, and the significance of pilgrimage. Vamana Purana, Vaman Purana's focus is Lord Vishnu. It discusses ethics, cosmology, and the importance of righteous living. Kurma Purana, this Purana is about Kurm or tortoise avatar of Lord Vishnu. This describes various rituals, festivals, and philosophical concepts related to creation. Siva Purana, the focus of Siva Purana is Lord Siva. The Purana explains different aspects of Shaivism, including rituals, temples, and the stories of Shiva's family. Skanda Purana, the main deity of Skanda Purana is Lord Kartikeya. It discusses his exploits and emphasizes the significance of pilgrimage and devotion. Agni Purana, this Purana is dedicated to the fire god. It deals with mythology, philosophy, and practical knowledge, including topics like astrology, medicine, and rituals. Bhavishya Purana, this Purana focuses on Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. It prophesies future events, providing insights into the evolution of human society and the role of dharma. Matsya Purana, the focus of this Purana is Vishu's Matsya, fish, avatar. It deals with creation, cosmology, and the significance of rituals. Linga Purana, this Purana's focus is Adi Shiva. The purpose is creation, rituals, and various forms of worship. Tirumal Purana, this Purana is about Lord Venkateswara. It explains the significance of devotion to Lord Venkateswara. Brahmanda Purana, this Purana focuses on genealogies of various deities. The focus is on creation of the universe and presenting a cosmological perspective. Brahmavai Varta Purana, this Purana focuses on Lord Krishna. It deals with the concept of divine love and devotion. Answer the questions based on previous slides. Write briefly about the role of Mahabharata as an Indian epic. Write briefly about the Ramayana as an Indian epic. Write the names, corresponding deities and the purpose of any 8 Puranas. Significance of the Puranas. The Puranas are not just religious texts, they are crucial for understanding the socio-cultural fabric of ancient India. They reflect the evolution of Hindu thought and the interplay of various traditions and practices. The narratives serve as vehicles for moral and ethical instruction, reinforcing the values of dharma, devotion, and righteousness. Ethical insights of epics. The epics of ancient India, particularly the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, are not merely grand narratives of heroism and adventure. They also serve as profound repositories of ethical insights that continue to resonate with readers and practitioners today. These texts explore complex moral dilemmas, human values, and the nature of righteousness, dharma, providing valuable lessons on how to navigate the intricacies of life. Ethical insights from the Mahabharata. The Mahabharata is a vast and multifaceted epic that delves deeply into the moral struggles faced by its characters. At its heart lies the conflict between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, culminating in the great Kurukshetra war. The epic highlights the complexity of dharma. What is right and just can often be situational and subjective. One of the most significant ethical teachings arises from the Bhagavad Gita, a philosophical dialogue between Prince Arjuna and Lord Krishna. Faced with the moral dilemma of fighting against his own relatives and teachers, Arjuna grapples with his duty as a warrior. Krishna advises him on the importance of performing one's duty, swadharma, without attachment to the results. This concept of karma yoga, or selfless action, teaches that ethical behavior often requires individuals to act in accordance with their responsibilities, even in the face of personal conflict. Moreover, the Mahabharata examines the consequences of actions and the weight of choices. The characters are often depicted as morally ambiguous, illustrating that human beings can possess both virtues and flaws. For example, Yudhishthira, the eldest Pandav, embodies truthfulness but faces moral dilemmas that challenge his adherence to dharma. This complexity reflects the idea that ethical decisions are rarely black and white and that individuals must often weigh their actions against a myriad of factors. Ethical insights from the Ramayana. The Ramayana, attributed to the sage Valmiki, presents a more straightforward narrative of virtue and dharma, primarily through the character of Lord Rama. As the ideal man, Maryada Purushottama, Rama exemplifies loyalty, honor, and righteousness. His commitment to dharma is evident when he willingly accepts exile to uphold his father's promise, showcasing the value of sacrifice for the greater good. Sita, Rama's wife, also represents moral strength and virtue. Her trials in the face of adversity emphasize the importance of steadfastness and integrity. The Ramayana illustrates that ethical behavior often involves personal sacrifice and adherence to principles, even when faced with immense challenges. The character of Hanuman, the devoted monkey god, further emphasizes the values of loyalty, courage, and devotion. His unwavering commitment to Rama and his willingness to face formidable challenges demonstrate that ethical insights are often rooted in loyalty to one's values and relationships. Universal themes and modern relevance. Both epics address universal themes such as justice, duty, loyalty, and the quest for truth. They challenge readers to reflect on their own moral beliefs and the nature of righteousness in their lives. The ethical dilemmas faced by characters in the Mahabharata and the Ramayana resonate with contemporary issues, prompting discussions about personal responsibility, the complexities of moral choices, and the importance of integrity. The teachings of these epics serve as timeless guides for ethical living. They encourage individuals to cultivate virtues such as compassion, humility, and selflessness while navigating the challenges of modern life. Political thought in epics. The epics of ancient India, particularly the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, not only narrate grand tales of heroism and morality but also provide profound insights into political thought and governance. These texts reflect the complexities of political power, ethical leadership, and the responsibilities of rulers and subjects alike. Through their narratives, they address key issues such as justice, authority, statecraft, and the nature of dharma, righteousness, offering valuable lessons relevant to both historical and contemporary political discourse. Political thought in the Mahabharata. The Mahabharata serves as a rich tapestry of political intrigue and ethical dilemmas, centering on the conflict between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. At its core, the epic explores the concept of dharma rajya, or the rule of righteousness. The idea posits that a ruler's legitimacy stems from their commitment to justice, moral governance, and the welfare of their subjects. The character of Yudhishthira exemplifies this ideal. His quest for justice often places him in morally ambiguous situations, reflecting the complexities faced by leaders in their pursuit of ethical governance. The Mahabharata also emphasizes the importance of counsel and the role of advisors in governance. Figures such as Krishna and Bhishma serve as moral and strategic guides, illustrating that effective leadership often relies on wisdom, diplomacy, and the ability to make difficult decisions. The epic suggests that rulers must be both warriors and wise statesmen, balancing strength with ethical considerations. Moreover, the text delves into the consequences of power struggles. The Kurukshetra war, resulting from political ambition and familial rivalry, underscores the tragic outcomes of unchecked ambition and ethical failings. The epic serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of power, highlighting how personal desires can lead to collective disaster. This reflection on the nature of authority and governance resonates with modern political thought, where ethical leadership remains a pressing concern. The Ramayana, attributed to Valmiki, presents a more straightforward model of governance through the character of Lord Rama, who embodies the ideal king. His rule, often referred to as Ram Rajya, symbolizes an era of peace, justice, and prosperity. Rama's commitment to dharma, even at personal cost, reflects the expectation that rulers prioritize the welfare of their subjects above their own interests. Rama's exile, a sacrifice made to uphold his father's word, highlights the principles of loyalty and integrity essential for effective governance. The Ramayana suggests that a good ruler must navigate personal and political dilemmas with a sense of duty and honor. This adherence to dharma reinforces the notion that political authority is grounded in ethical behavior and moral righteousness. The relationship between Rama and his subjects also reflects a reciprocal duty. The Ramayana illustrates that while rulers are expected to uphold dharma, subjects have a corresponding obligation to support their leaders and maintain societal harmony. This concept of mutual responsibility is crucial for understanding governance in the context of ancient Indian political thought. Relevance to contemporary political thought. The political insights gleaned from these epics extend beyond their narratives, offering frameworks for contemporary governance. The emphasis on ethical leadership, the importance of counsel, and the mutual responsibilities between rulers and subjects are themes that remain relevant today. As modern societies grapple with issues of justice, power dynamics, and ethical governance, the teachings of the Mahabharata and Ramayana serve as valuable resources for political philosophy. Answer the questions based on previous slides. Write a brief note about significance of the Puranas. Write a short note about ethical insights from the Mahabharata. List down some of the ethical insights from the Ramayana. Describe political thought in the Mahabharata. Write a short note on political thought in the Ramayana. The Bhagavad Gita, idea of God in Gita. The Bhagavad Gita, a revered 700-verse dialogue within the Indian epic Mahabharata, presents profound philosophical and spiritual insights, particularly concerning the nature of God, Brahman, and the divine in relation to humanity. This sacred text is a conversation between Prince Arjuna and Lord Krishna, who serves as his charioteer and divine guide. Through this dialogue, the Gita addresses fundamental questions about duty, righteousness, and the path to liberation, while also elucidating a multifaceted understanding of the divine. The nature of God in the Gita. One of the central themes of the Bhagavad Gita is the nature of God, expressed through the concept of Brahman. Brahman is described as the ultimate reality, the cosmic principle that underlies and unites all existence. In this sense, God is portrayed as both transcendent and immanent, beyond the physical world yet present within it. Krishna reveals his divine nature to Arjuna, asserting that he is the source of all beings and the ultimate purpose of life. This duality of God as both the creator and the indweller of all beings is a profound aspect of the Gita's teachings. Krishna's various divine manifestations, or avatars, underscore the belief that God can assume different forms to guide and protect humanity. The Gita emphasizes that God intervenes in the world whenever dharma, righteousness, is threatened, embodying the idea of divine justice and moral order. This reflects a key tenet of Hindu thought, that the divine is accessible to human understanding through multiple forms and expressions. God and the paths to liberation. The Bhagavad Gita outlines several paths, yogas, to connect with the divine and achieve liberation, moksha. These paths include Karma Yoga, the path of selfless action, Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion, and Jnana Yoga, the path of knowledge. Each path emphasizes a different approach to realizing the divine presence in one's life. Karma Yoga encourages individuals to perform their duties without attachment to the results, viewing actions as offerings to God. This path promotes the idea that one can attain spiritual growth through selfless service and ethical conduct. Bhakti Yoga emphasizes love and devotion to God as a means of attaining union with the divine. The Gita teaches that through heartfelt devotion, one can experience the presence of God in everyday life. Krishna states that those who surrender to him with love and faith will find solace and liberation. Jnana Yoga involves the pursuit of knowledge and self-inquiry. This path focuses on understanding the true nature of the self, Atman, and its relationship to Brahman. The Gita teaches that through discernment and wisdom, individuals can realize their inherent divinity and the unity of all existence. God as a personal and universal presence. The Gita presents God not only as an abstract, impersonal force but also as a personal deity who engages with humanity. Krishna's dialogues with Arjuna reflect a deep, intimate relationship, illustrating that the divine is approachable and compassionate. This personal aspect of God encourages individuals to develop a direct, loving relationship with the divine, making spiritual practice accessible to all. 3 Margas in Gita. Karma Yoga, path of selfless action. Karma Yoga emphasizes the importance of performing one's duties without attachment to the results. This path advocates selfless action as a means to spiritual growth and liberation. The Gita teaches that by dedicating all actions to the divine and maintaining a sense of detachment, individuals can purify their hearts and achieve inner peace. This approach encourages individuals to fulfill their responsibilities with a sense of duty, dharma, while transcending the bondage of desire and ego. Jnana Yoga, path of knowledge. Jnana Yoga is the path of knowledge and wisdom. It involves the study of scriptures, self-inquiry, and the pursuit of understanding the nature of reality and the self, Atman. This path emphasizes discernment between the eternal and the ephemeral, leading to the realization of the oneness of Atman and Brahman. Jnana Yoga requires rigorous contemplation and meditation, ultimately guiding seekers toward enlightenment and liberation through the awakening of true knowledge. Bhakti Yoga, path of devotion. Bhakti Yoga centers on loving devotion to God. This path involves surrendering to the divine will and cultivating a personal relationship with the divine through prayer, worship, and service. The Gita emphasizes that through sincere devotion and faith, practitioners can experience the grace of God and attain liberation. Bhakti Yoga is characterized by emotional connection, devotion, and a deep sense of love for the divine, making it accessible to all, regardless of their intellectual or philosophical understanding. Path of Bhakti as means to liberation. The path of Bhakti, or devotion, is a significant spiritual practice within Hinduism that emphasizes love and surrender to God as a means of attaining liberation, moksha. This path is characterized by deep emotional connection, personal devotion, and a sincere desire to cultivate a relationship with the divine. The Bhagavad Gita, along with various other scriptures and teachings, highlights the importance of bhakti as a transformative force that enables individuals to transcend the cycle of birth and death and realize their true nature. Understanding Bhakti. Bhakti, derived from the Sanskrit root bhaj, means to adore or worship. It signifies an emotional and devotional connection to a personal deity, often expressed through prayers, hymns, rituals, and loving service. Unlike paths that emphasize knowledge, Jnana Yoga, or selfless action, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga centers on the heart and emotions, inviting practitioners to develop a relationship with God characterized by love, trust, and devotion. Nature of devotion. In Bhakti, God is perceived as a personal and approachable entity. The various forms of the divine, such as Krishna, Rama, or Shiva, serve as focal points for devotion. Through love and surrender to these deities, devotees cultivate a deep sense of belonging and intimacy with the divine. This relationship transcends ritualistic practices, evolving into a profound emotional bond that provides solace, strength, and guidance in everyday life. Devotion manifests in various ways, including singing devotional songs, bhajans, reciting scriptures, participating in communal worship, and engaging in selfless service to others as a form of service to God. This active engagement fosters a sense of community and reinforces the understanding that love and compassion are essential virtues on the path to liberation. Role of surrender. A crucial aspect of the path of bhakti is the principle of surrender, prapatti. Devotees are encouraged to relinquish their ego and personal desires, placing their faith entirely in the divine will. This act of surrender is liberating. It alleviates the burden of self-doubt and anxiety, allowing individuals to trust in God's wisdom and guidance. As expressed in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna reassures Arjuna, "Surrender all your actions to me, and I will free you from all sins. Do not fear." This promise of divine grace emphasizes the transformative power of bhakti. Liberation through love. The path of bhakti posits that love is a potent force capable of dissolving the ego and leading to self-realization. By focusing on the divine, devotees cultivate an inner purity that transcends worldly attachments and desires. This shift in consciousness leads to the realization that the self, Atman, is not separate from the divine, Brahman, but rather an integral part of it. Bhakti also teaches that liberation is attainable for all, regardless of one's social status, knowledge, or past actions. The accessibility of this path makes it appealing to individuals from diverse backgrounds, encouraging a sense of inclusivity and community. Saints and poets, such as Mirabai and Tulsidas, have popularized Bhakti through their heartfelt expressions, illustrating that love and devotion can take many forms.